Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. Today we are going to start adding pages into the album that we're currently making. So this is the album that we're making. It's a really large album. I did a flip through of this if you want to check it out. I have a playlist for this album. I'll have it right there in the corner and down in the description box. But this is the Antique Shop scrapbook album that we're making, and we are using the foundations and 3 different decorative edges. But before we start that, I just want to say today is the first video I've made since our dog, our sweet Sophie, since we had to make that horrible decision to help her pass. And you've seen a couple videos since it actually happened. It happened last Friday. Today is Tuesday. So you've already seen a couple videos that I recorded previous to, but I just wanted to say thank you, a heartfelt thank you to all of you guys, all of the sweet, kind, loving comments, messages, emails, all of it. It was just so sweet and so kind, and so it was just a really kind gesture for all of you guys to do, and I really, really appreciate it. It was a really peaceful and gentle passing, and both my husband and I were there, both of our kids were there, and it was just really, really sweet. So, but it was hard, and I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for thinking of us, praying for us. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I just can't say enough. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, the next thing, sorry about that. I also want to let you know there will be timestamps down below. There's lists. There's links to, oh, I did want to say quickly, there is a link, a collections list to my Etsy shop that has all of the printables that I'm using in this album specifically. And if you hit it and you're on your phone, do not continue to the app. The app is not friendly for these things. I don't know why, but just let it go through. You know how there's like a clock ticking down or something? Just let it go through and it will show you the list. If you click through to the app, more likely than not, you won't get the list that you're looking for. So that is, I've had some issues with that. And it don't happen to me too. Here, I'll show you right now. My phone's probably dirty. Let me go to one of my videos really quick. Let me turn it down. Okay. This, oh, it's a Etsy ad. That's funny. Okay, so you, oh, I guess I could have showed you that. So let me scoot you in. Sorry about that glare. Trying to get the glare off of there. Okay. So here's the title to the video, and then you hit more, and then the description box pops up, right? But then you need to hit more again, because I don't know why they just want to make everything super complicated. Whoops. And then another ad. This time Hobby Lobby. Okay. So you'll see the first link is the collections list of printables. The second link is the Amazon list. And then down below is the paper collections. I am so sorry, you guys. The weather's a changing and my allergies are not happy. Anyway, so there, you know, and then there's the timestamps that are down here. There's a lot of information down there for you guys. Okay, so here is the collections list of printables. I'm going to hit that link. And watch it, not do it this time. Okay, it says continue to app. But down here it says opening Etsy.com in 5 seconds, 4 seconds. So let it do that. Don't continue to the app. And see, here is the list. Right? Here's the list of everything that I'm using. What was that? Everything that I'm using right here. Now the list stops, and when it says similar to this collection, the list stops. But these are the things I'm using in this album. So if you're using your phone, that's the way you need to do it. If you're using a computer, I don't think you have to worry about it. So, anywho's, okay. What else was I going to tell you? Okay, so yes, we're making the album. Right here is the covers to the antique shop. I haven't done the front cover yet, but here it is, all the same. Well, I also got, when I showed you the paper collection, let me grab it really quick. Is this it? Yes. When I showed you the paper collection we're using for this album that we're actually going to do through video, we're going to make it step by step through video. I also showed you this paper collection, which is Mintay School Days. That video is in, well, I'm not sure where that video is. I will link it up here in the cards and down below. And I told you I would make an album with this, whether we made it in video series or I made it off camera and we did a flip through. So here's what I've decided to do, and I'm just, I can't believe this is what I'm going to do because it adds a tremendous amount of work, but I'm doing it anyway. So with this collection, I am going to, hang on, I need to sit this down for a second. I am going to make another album. Here's another album. Look, it's got the same amount of fins. It's exactly the same. I made exactly the same way as we have so far on the other album. And I am going to do it the exact same way. So what I mean by that is, okay, so here's the back cover of the School Days album, and here's the back cover of the Antique Shop, okay? So let me flip it over to the inside. Here's the inside covers of the Antique Shop. Here's the inside covers of the School Days. So what I'm going to do is with the Antique Shop, we are going to be using all the decorative edges. We're going to use the foundations in the grungy wood and then the 3 decorative edges in the roses background. But for this one, for the School Days album, I'm only going to use the foundations. So we're going to make it exactly the same, except we're not going to use the decorative edge. We're just going to use the foundations. So I'm not going to record doing this one. I'm just going to do it off camera, and I will show you occasionally. I will show you like a quick little catch up. It'll be the exact same page numbers, except it'll only be foundations, no decorative edges. And that way, I feel like this is a good opportunity to show you that you just need the foundations to make anything. Anything that I make with a Basically Amazing, you can use the foundations, unless you want that decorative edge, okay? It's still gonna turn out stunning. It's still gonna be beautiful. And anything that I do that's different in this, like if I use a different color, or I'm planning on using black cardstock, and I also plan on using the mini check. So in the foundations, I'm using the mini check background design. So I'll put that information down below in the description box, and I'll have like I'm not sure how I'm going to do it because that's a lot of information, but anyway. So I hope I'm making sense. If not, leave me a comment down below and I'll try to do a video where I explain it just a little bit better. So like everything I'm getting ready to do in this video, I'm going to do in this album as well, except I'm going to use the mini check. And I'm only going to use foundations, not any of the decorative edges. Alright, if that's clear, you guys, give me a thumbs up. If it's not, leave me a comment and ask me to clarify. Okay, so I'm going to actually set this aside because I'm going to do this off camera. So again, there is the back cover. So the last video was the covers. I'm pretty sure, yes. So there's the back cover for this one, for the School Days, and then there is the front. It's just like a chalkboard black page. And I am going to use black cardstock in this one as well. Okay, I think this will be interesting. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun process to watch. Okay, let me stick. So again, with the School Days, I did get the 6x8 paper pad, and I do have the die cuts. I haven't done anything with them yet, but there they all are. Okay. Wow, that was a lot of info. Okay, so I have almost everything prepped. I'm gonna walk, oh, no. I'm gonna walk through, or I'm gonna show you how to do things, but this particular page setup that we're gonna do is the center of every one of these fins. They are exactly the same. So we're gonna go ahead and get that right out of the way. So we're gonna start with a page for each one, or the center section for each one of these fins. So it's gonna be a multiple, and sometimes you can work faster if you're doing things in an assembly line kind of way. So here's what I prepped. First thing, whoops. Out of the foundations, I prepped page 7A. I printed it 8 times onto white cardstock. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Onto white cardstock. This is the grungy wood background. I have inked both sides. I have scored it, and we'll do that together on one. I have inked both sides, I have scored it, and I've put tape on the side of the grungy wood part. So we'll do one together. So I've got all those prepped and ready. And then page 10D, I have printed 8 times. So we're not going to be using this part in today's video, but there is all 8. And then let's see, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I've already put these together. So this is what the page looks like. So what I did for all 8 of them, I cut off this piece. So we're going to set this aside, and we do use all of these pieces, you guys. We do. It's super exciting. I'm so excited. If you've seen my flip through, you know why I'm excited. So we're going to be using all those, but not today. And then, so 4 of these pages, you want to cut, actually I think I cut it this way, just to have the full, I don't know, I can't remember. Either way, it's fine. You want to cut 3 of the tabs off and just leave 1. So when I cut this apart, I cut both tabs and everything, so you won't have to really worry about cutting this one off. So the top and bottom tab, I cut off of 4 of those. And then, sorry, there's like a little gnat. And then on 4 of them, I left it intact. Okay, so that's all we're going to use out of the foundations for today's video. And then the other thing I printed off is 2 sheets. These are printed onto 28-pound paper. I printed 2 of the 3x4 Photomats Essentials. This is the Photomats Essentials. This is, yeah, 3x4. I don't know why I was thinking it was called something else. And then I printed 4 of the 4x6. So we're going to cut those out, and I've already got some prepped as well. Okay, so we're going to take these 3 pieces, all 3 pieces, and we're going to score them, prep them, tape them, all that. Just really quick. So we've got the page 7. Oh, I've already scored this. Page 7A. So only left 1 long tab and took the 3 others off. And then I've already scored it, so I'm just going to pretend. So we scored, right? And then, oh, I scored this one too. So 10D, the one that's just got the 1 long tab, scored. Did I score this one? Nope. Okay. Sorry about my voice. Here we go again. Okay, so the one that has the 3 tabs, we are going to score all 3 tabs. Like that. Then we're going to take a minute and burnish each one of these folds. Okay, now I'm going to go through and I'm going to ink everything that needs to be inked. So I'm going to ink the back side of this one. We're using ground espresso in this project, by the way. So the back side of that one, and then this one, I am going to ink the back side of this, but you probably won't see it. But just in case, because it's white cardstock, if it doesn't fit, if it doesn't match up 100% perfectly, which it may not, because you know we are humans and we do score things a little bit differently and cut things a little bit differently all the time. So don't make yourself feel bad if you do happen to it doesn't fit, because mine happens. It happens a lot for me. So on this one, I'm just going to do the back side, I think, just because, just in case you see that edge. I might come back and do this a little bit. Okay. And I ran out of tape. Let's see. Okay, well, this is 3/8 inch tape from, this one's from Cherry on Top, I believe. And I'm going to use this. I ran out of my other tape. I don't know what I did with it either. Or, I mean, what I did with it. I don't know what I did with my other rolls. I've got a bunch. I'm gonna see if I can't find some. This is just hard to see in video. I mean, it's lovely tape. I like it a lot. It works just fine. So this is 3/8 inch. We're gonna do all 3 of those. And then, does it matter? How did I do this one? I want to try to do them all the same. So actually I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to put, Emma? Yeah, I'm going to put the tape on this side that I inked. It might be a little too big. I need to maybe trim that down a little bit. Whoops. I'm distracted. Can you guys tell? And then on this, you want to put it on the side. Oh, and I also should say too, if this has a direction on it, you may want to pay attention, because these are both going to go on the inside, towards the inside, the background design. All right, if you're not printing it with the background design on it, then it doesn't matter. So you can just put your mats on later. So when I made my prototype, that was what I did. That's one of the reasons why I said my this album that we're making won't be as thick, because there won't be as many layers like mats and things. All right, let me get my paper trimmer out. I want to see if those are if they're too long, then that's not going to do anybody any good. This one might be okay. No, it needs just a smidge. The tab needs to not be wider than a 1/2 inch, just in case. That was just a teeny, teeny, tiny bit. Just teeny, tiny. This is the Fiskars Precision Heavy Duty Paper Trimmer. My favorite. Highly recommend. Link to my Amazon. Okay. Did I already burnish everything? I don't remember if I did or not. Okay, so that one's ready to go. And then this one, I am going to take, and we're going to do like a little miter. And we're going to flip these over, and on these corners we're going to try to make it to where they do not overlap, and so we don't want the extra thickness. And whoop. Well, come on, scissors. There we go. I don't know why I'm being so careful. Oh, I need to look at the gunkiness on my scissors. Can you see that? I need to clean them. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this piece here with the tape side facing up. And first I'm going to reburnish this down. And I'm going to remove the tape backing. Off of that piece there, Right. I'm gonna match it up without going over that score. Oops, looks like I may have gotten off a little bit. It happens. See, it just happened to me. So I'll probably, when I glue this, when I tape it down, I'll probably burnish it a little bit better. We're gonna open this up, and then I'm gonna cover this. Whoa, that's too much. I'm gonna cover that after I cut it. Somebody asked me about this tape. It's just Scotch tape, but it is acid free. So I'll show you. I'll get it. I'll have to link it in my Amazon for you. Some people don't realize it's not like the tape of old, you know, that used to degrade photos. Let me grab it. All right, this is the tape refill for here, and then let's see, photo safe. See that? Photo safe. So that's what I've got in my tape dispenser. By the way, the tape dispenser, we made this tape dispenser, this beautifulness right here on camera. I'll link that video here. It's so pretty. I love that. I love this. But anyway, so I'll put that in my Amazon because you can get a ton of refills for cheap. Well, I don't know about cheap, but that way you don't feel so bad when you're using so much, and you know, you're just taping the edges here just so that, you know, your inserts don't get stuck. All right, well, move the tape back in here, tape back in here. Try to make sure that it's not going too cray-cray. Okay. Good enough. I guess that's ink. Yep. Little dot of ink there. No big deal. So now we have a pocket. So I'm going to add that to the rest of the pockets. So we got 4 pockets all together. We've got 4, or I'm sorry, we got 8. Main base 7A, main base wood grain. I keep thinking there's more than 8. I could be wrong. No, there's 8. Okay, so there's 8 of these and 4 of these. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to grab. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, I think. I am going to add the pockets. I'm going to add them to the back side of each one of these tabs, or these fins, just like this. Add them to the back side. So I'm going to take the tape backing off. I am going to use liquid glue as well. Oops. Just to make sure that it does not pull away. Definitely along the edges and the ends. Whoops. Got my finger in the way. And lay this on here like this. Okay, next one. Let's take the tape backing off. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Did I burnish that down? I don't know if I did or not. I was busy jabbing my jaws, wasn't I? I might have. I think I did. Just in case, I'm going to do it really quick. Okay, same thing. I'm going to line this up. So yeah. I'm going to do the exact same thing to my other one, except it's going to be mini check. All right, so now we've got the 4 pockets, 1 on each fin, all done. And we're gonna go back to the back again. And we are going to take one of these, take the tape backing off, and add a little bit of glue. Actually, I'm gonna do it like this, I think. We're gonna add the grungy wood side. If you're using grungy wood, whatever it is that you're using, the decorative edge, the background, whatever background design you're using, pattern, you want to put it towards the pocket. Like that. So it looks like that, pocket, and then this side. So then we're going to take another one, remove the tape backing. We're going to put some glue. And we're going to flip it over again to where the decorative paper, the background design, is facing towards the pocket. And we're going to add that on here. I'm getting a little heavy-handed with my glue, but it's okay. Right? So it looks like that. So we've got plain, page, grungy wood, pocket, grungy wood, plain. We're going to do that for every fin. Alright, so now we've got all of those attached. All of the pages have 3 things now. They've got this page, they've got a pocket, they've got this page. Okay, the next thing I want to do is these. So I'm going to use my stamp set. This is the stamp set. It's called Picture Perfect. I created it with Maymay's help, and it's available at Maymay Made It. I have it linked down below, and I use it all the time. So I think it's currently in stock. So get your hands on it if you can. Get your hands on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Distress Oxide ink, and I'm just going to put 4x6. You don't have to do this, but if you're giving this album to someone who aren't familiar with these kind of things, then this will be really helpful. And since this is paper, they're not adding a whole lot of bulk when they put their photo right on top of it. So it's just as simple as that. I've got these what are these called here? These stamp blocks. Right, so they come in a set of 2. I've got them linked in my Amazon, so it's perfect for the frame stuff that I have on that stamp set, and then the 3x4, 4x6, all that can go on the smaller. So I just leave them on there. You're probably not supposed to, but I do. See, I'll show you just real quick. So I've got that one. Got the tag. I've got the little, it's kind of like a little mini corner photo, kind of like this, a little mini. And then I've got all sizes. So I got a 5x7, whoops, 4x6, 3x4. I don't do the 8x10 because the albums aren't big enough to hold. Well, I mean, you could put an 8x10, but I don't have a photo mat, I guess, for an 8x10. So, anywho, so all right, now I'm just gonna cut them apart. Paper trimmer back out. All right, Now we are going to take these photo mats, whoops, and we're going to either put a 4x6 here and a 3x4 here, or vice versa. I think in the prototype I did it like this. You could do it either way. You could do all the fronts do one way and all the backs do the other, but we're going to do that to both sides. You could also if you wanted to, you could have done 2 3x4s. It all just really depends on the look you're going for, but if you do the 2 3x4s, I would suggest putting something, I would suggest matting it. But since we're doing it like this, then there's nothing really showing, so it fits it perfectly. So you can do tape runner tape. You know, if you have like one of these, you can add tape runner tape all the way around. Just really depends on your favorite way of adding things. So you can use tape like this, or you can use glue. So I'm going to use glue, but I just wanted to show you, you don't have to always use glue. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. I need to get another, I probably should use tape runner tape, but I'm going to use Fabri-Tac for now, because I want to have a little bit of a wiggle room. Sometimes with the tape, you don't have that. It's where you can get it right where you want it. So that'll fit right on there just perfectly. And then what I do there, and then on this side, I'll just do the opposite, just because, why not? All right, so now we need to go make sure that the glue hasn't seeped out. We now have photo mats for every single center. Pocket. Okay, let's do one more thing. Just one more thing. I'm sorry, I have something in my mouth to help with my throat. Let's make the inserts for these pockets really quick. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to make sure I pay attention when I'm talking. Okay, so like I said, we're using the foundations and all of the decorative edges, right? So every single set, whether it's the foundations or the decorative edge, it's the same page. So it's 31B, right? 31B. So 31B in the charming, 31B in the graceful, and 31B in the enchanted, okay? Now, they're all in the roses background design. And if you don't have the roses background design in the foundations, let me tell you what you need to do. Okay. So, whatever background design you have, find the largest page that will accommodate this page. So in my case, I picked page 7A in the roses background design from the charming decorative edge, and I traced this one out, page 31B, and then I printed this twice, and they're all on cardstock, by the way. So now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to trace this out and cut this out, and this is going to be the mat for page 31B. That's how you can get around if you need to have the roses background design for the foundations, and we're not using that one. But But if you need to have it, like I wanted all of my inserts to be the same. So if you wanted to have it, that's one way to work around that. It is a little bit of waste of ink, but that way you can, you know, have the exact same thing. Okay. So I did that, and then I'll cut that out in a minute. And then all of these I printed the 31B with the roses background design on them, right? Well, to mat the back side, I printed page 78B, which is the mat for this insert. I printed it on mirror image. So that way it will fit pretty good. And because this is not a direction, it doesn't matter which one you print on mirror image. But the reason you want to do mirror image is because the edges, they're not like exactly the same. So if you want it to fit right, you do the mirror image. And you can also too do the same trick where you print off a bigger page and just trace it the other way so it fits. Either way, but my printer, you go to the settings and it'll do the mirror image. I actually did a quick video on that. I will link that up there in the cards and down below. So I've already cut out most of them. So there's the enchanted, and then here is the graceful. I've cut them out. I've inked them up. Some of them I inked up the back side when I didn't need to of the matte. And then, okay, so here's the mirror image. Take my little Post-it notes off here. So here's the mirror image. So here's the 31B, and then here's 78B that I printed off in the mirror image. So if you, woo, that was bright. If you look really close, can you see? If you look really close, my name is backwards and the numbers are backwards. Maybe if I zoomed in, I don't know which is better. Right, so see how these numbers are backwards? So, but again, you can always trace if you don't want, if yours doesn't do that. It doesn't have that little setting. So I just wanted to show you that. And I also wanted to show you this pair of scissors. Someone sent me a pair of scissors. They asked not to be named, but they sent me a pair of scissors, and I thought they're pretty cool. So they're Westcott scissors, and they're 8-inch heavyweight and durable stainless steel blades. And they're in this, whatever color this is, kind of like a bronzy color or something. They're pretty neat. Made in the USA. Oh, designed in the USA. But they're a little heavy. I've been using them to cut things out, so I just thought I would share though. But thank you to the person who sent that to me. But let me trim this out and I'll show you. They're pretty good scissors. They're a little heavy, so if you're doing a lot of cutting, you may not want to use something so heavy. They're pretty. So for the School Days album, I will just be printing 31B in the mini check for all of the inserts. Okay, so I took the corner chomper, the photo and angle corner chomper, and I used the angle and I chomped those two. So then for the mat for that, I am going to use the large small corner chomper, and I'm going to use the large so that we can mat it. It looks nicer. It fits pretty good. Like that. So this will go on the back side of here, like that. Right? Alright, so I'm gonna ink the, oh no, wait, I'm not done yet. I gotta still do this. So these scissors, they're pretty nice. And then ones I normally use are these. So they're not the same. So these are longer, right? So these must be 9-inch or 10-inch or something. Does it say on here? These are fabric scissors, and I don't know what these are. But these, they have a little bit more of a cushion on them. But these are nice. They're pretty, right? They're nice and pretty. I like them. Okay, put those up. So again, thank you again. All right, I'm going to ink these up, the ones that I need to. And then I'll be right back. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and attach the mats to the inserts. Okay, so now they're all matted, and actually all of these mats are going to be on the back side, so the insert's going to go on this way and the mat's going to be on the back side, but it was just because of the way I printed it. I kind of really wanted it to be this way, but the only one that's actually going to make it, you know, matter is this one, because I like that to be on the bottom. I like the bump, the one that sticks out the furthest on the bottom right there. If I would have printed it where the mat goes here, then we could have had it this way, but otherwise I would have to have it this way, and I actually like it better this way. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take and mark. I've actually marked all the other ones, but I just take a ruler and you want to mark the center with a pencil, right? You want to mark it. And then we're gonna put hole reinforcements on there, and I think we're gonna use the gold sparkly ones for this, just to add a little something. All right, so I'm just gonna take a minute, and I'm going to add these to all of them. Again, I've already marked everything. And then I'm going to take just a regular hole punch, and I'm going to go through and get that out, get that little piece out. Get that little piece out, punch that hole. Then we're gonna flip them over and put the hole reinforcements on the back. Okay, and then for each one of these, we're gonna do a little, I think I'm gonna do, yeah, I'm just gonna do one of the, it's got a name, where you fold it in half, you feed it through, and then you pull the tails through the loop there. Did I do this backwards? I did, hang on. So I'm gonna feed it through the other way. And pull the tails through the loop. Just like that. Okay, so I'm going to do all of them. So these are one of those things, I still have 31B written on there. These are one of those things that when you're done with your album and you have a whole bunch of leftover embellishments, these are the things you can come back and add embellishments to really simply and easily. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with the Enchanted. We're gonna stick that in there. So that's insert. So on the back side it looks like that. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so we're gonna do the Enchanted. We're kind of going backwards in the way they were released. The Graceful, like that. The Charming, like that. And then the regular foundation that we have. Ooh, look at there. I didn't do a good job at coming back to make sure there wasn't any glue seepage. Foundations that we made into a tag shape. I like doing that. So they're all the same page, just from different sets, just from the different decorative edges, the same page. So again, when I do the school days one, it'll just be 31B from the foundations, and I'll make them all tags, right? So yeah, okay, I think that's all we're going to do today, you guys. We got a lot done. So let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you think about the school days. And be sure to give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this video series and you want me to keep, you know, going through these step-by-step videos with you guys. And make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. And thanks again for joining me today. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.